Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. It's raining outside. We got some crazy storms in California right now. So I thought a great project would be to make a lantern. The materials for this project that you're going to need are LED light strips. I'll show you the roll that I got them on. It's a 12 volt SMD 5630, if I get the camera to focus. And they're warm white. And they come in a 5-meter long strip. It's like $10 for this thing. You get 15 feet, 5 meters roughly of light. If you notice, we're going to be using 9 light strips. And you can cut these every 3 where the terminals are, where the contacts are. So we need 8 of these 9 light strips for this project, and they already have adhesive backing on them. We're going to need some craft sticks, because that's what we're going to be sticking the LEDs to. You need a little super glue. You need a toggle switch, some heat shrink tubing. We're going to need some electrical tape, a 9-volt battery, some wire, a large canning jar, some solder. The tools required for the project are going to be a soldering iron, some wire clippers, and the handy drill. Now let's get started. Okay, first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take our craft sticks. We're going to cut them to exactly the size of that 9 light LED strip, which is almost exactly the same size as the height of this jar. So when we put the lid on, it's going to squeeze down on this wood a little bit and keep this in tension, and nothing's going to move around. And you put your lights on. You notice there's a, let's see if I can get a good zoom here. There's a positive and a negative contact every 3 lights. And once you get 4 of these panels made, you can glue them together side by side, and they'll look like this. You have the strip that goes all the way around, and I just put some super glue along the side of the craft sticks, and they seem to be holding quite well. Now the way I wired these up, you can notice, right here, we have a positive and a negative lead. A positive and a negative lead right there that are soldered on, and these wires go up to where we're getting the power from. And then since this one is energized, we need to get power over to the other light strip. So on this connection, I connected the positive over to the positive here, and then a little further down, I connected the negative over to the negative there. And as you can tell, my soldering is not that great, so I got to go back through and kind of clean this up. But you do that with all 4 panels, and you just make up all 4 panels, glue them together like that, and then you're going to have a bunch of wires coming out of the top. And you're going to want to connect all of the negative leads and all of the positive leads together. When you connect them all together, you solder a piece of wire to the end, which will go out to your battery. And this is the negative lead right here. We put some heat shrink tube over it so they don't bonk together with anything else in the system there. And then your positive lead, you're going to take and you're going to run up to the toggle switch. Now I'm using a piece of wood here, but it's because it fits in the top of the can perfectly. You could do this with just the canning lid that comes with the jar. And we have 2 leads in here. One's going up from the lights. The other one is going to the positive of the battery. And then we drilled 2 holes right here. Ran it up to the negative and the positive of the battery. Now I just have the wire soldered on here. It's not really good practice, but I didn't have a little 9-volt battery connector. So I just set it up like this, and that'll be fine. And once you get all of this together, as you can see, I got another wire I got to reattach there. And you have the battery up at the top, and you glue the battery to the top of the canning container. You can just click it on. As you can see, we have much light here. And after you're done with that, just drop all this into the jar here. Screw our lid on. I don't have it all the way in there just right, but you can kind of mess with it and get it working, get it centered just the way you want it to. And then there you go. You have a light in a jar. You might not want to glue the battery up to the top. You definitely don't want to solder it like I did, because when I have to go to change the battery, I'm going to have to desolder all this stuff. So when I go to change the battery, I'll get a battery connector for that, and then find a better way to keep this attached to the top of the container. But it's a really simple project, and I think I'm going to take this and actually go put it in my bathroom. That way we have something on the shelf that I can just reach over and hit the button on if the power goes out. And it should work out pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, let me know. Post them in the comment section below the video.